Hi guys, how you all doing? And welcome back to the channel. My name is Derek Asamoah. I've been a professional footballer for over 18 years, so I've got bags of experience. I played at every single level you can think of. I played at semi-pro level, right up to international level in Ghana. And I'm just here making these videos, trying to help you guys and realize your dreams, trying to help you guys improve as footballers, you know. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Like the video, leave comments, leave questions on whatever questions you have, leave in the comments and I'll try and get back to you. If I can't get back to you, I'll definitely make it a video about it, just like the one I'm making now. I've been asked the question of, am I too small to make it as a professional footballer? And it's a question that hits home to me because I'm not the biggest player in the world. I'm always usually the smallest player in my team, but I've managed to have an 18-year career in football. And the time I made it as a professional footballer was a time where small players were not around very often. Now you have your Messis, you have your Neymars, you have your Agueros, you have loads of players that are small in stature, but when I was coming up, it was very, very difficult. Hence why I didn't even play for my school team, or I didn't play for any academy team, because I was too small. I was way too small, and teams, without even seeing me play, just by looking at me, they tell me straight away, no, you're not for me, or you're not for us. We don't have no space, and we're not looking for players like you. I'm like, you haven't even seen me kick a ball. But that's the challenges I've had. So being a small player, I wouldn't say it's a disadvantage, but it definitely has its challenges, and you have to be so mentally tough to be able to break through the stigma, the stigma attached to small players, and to just be like resilient and strong-minded and tough-minded to be able to come through all these negativeness, come through all these setbacks, come through all these trauma of constant people not giving you a chance because you're not built like what a typical so-called footballer should look like. Like I said, it was very, very difficult for me when I was up and coming. It was very, players were built, players were not athletic at all, players were more solid when I was trying to make it. But you know what, I still was able to make it, and I would love to tell you exactly the same thing, that you are never ever too small to make it as a professional footballer. I'm definitely not the smallest player to make it, but I'm one of the smallest players that have played football. So it's not something that should deter you at all. You just have to learn how to adapt to it. You just have to learn how to carry yourself on a football pitch, how to use your stature to your advantage. There's advantages and disadvantages to everything in life, and you can't just keep concentrating on the negative and beating yourself down like, oh, I'm not tall enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not this enough. It's not that. You just have to find a way through determination, how to break through, how to break the cycle, and how to gain that confidence to be able to achieve your goal and make it as a professional. So I'm here to tell you that you're never too small to make it as a professional footballer. In fact, there's loads of advantages for being small and playing football. There's loads of advantages, and I'm going to go through some of them for you. Hopefully they will help you gain more confidence and help you push on, realizing that no, it's not an obstacle, and yes, it can be an advantage. 100% it can be an advantage. So guys, being a small player generally means you're going to be more agile and you're going to have more speed. So you have to use that to your advantage. There's no point in having this quality and you trying to play a different type of game by putting yourself in silly situation where your attributes are not working for you. So being a small player, naturally you have more agility and your speed. So make sure you use that to your advantage. Make sure you work on your speed, make sure you work on your agility, so that when you're on the pitch, you're basically untouchable. A lot of big players I played against always tell me that they find it harder playing against players like me than players that are more physical, because I don't stop moving. I'm very agile, and I'm very quick. I'm very fast on my feet as well. So like I said, use that to your advantage. It could be an advantage, and it should be an advantage. Being a small player, you also have a low center of gravity, which means you'll be closer to the ground, which means it'll be harder for defenders to knock you off the ball, which means it'll be easier for you to perform certain moves, and it'll be harder for defenders to follow you. So you need to make sure you use that to your advantage. Make sure you use your low center of gravity. Like I said, work on your agility and speed, especially when you're holding on to the ball, when you're dribbling with the ball. Like I said before, bigger players hate playing against players like you, because you're a lot quicker, and you move, and your low center of gravity is very hard for them to knock you off the ball. You're going to be a lot more balanced, and you're going to be able to move the ball a lot more quicker than bigger players. So make sure you use your low center of gravity to your advantage, and make it hard for your opponent to get the ball off you. Being a smaller player as well, you're going to have a lot more technical skills, or if you don't, you need to work on your technical skills. You need to be able to have the ability to manipulate the ball. You need to be able to have the ability to change directions. So it's very, very important as a smaller player to have better close control, better dribbling. Make sure the ball is close to you as well. You need to make sure that your technical skills are on point. Make sure every touch of the ball is perfect. Make sure every dribble is perfect. Work on whatever skill you need to work on, because you're gonna need it. So naturally, being a smaller player, you need to be quick thinkers. You need to make quicker decisions. So you need to work on your decision making, which means before you receive the ball, you need to know what to do with the ball. You need to be one step ahead of everyone on that pitch, so you can play around, in and around defenders. You can do 1-2, play little triangles around defenders. If you look at Messi, he always has a picture of what he's going to do before the ball gets to him. The same with me. I always make sure that I know what to do. I know the decision I'm going to make before the ball even comes to me. So it's very important to practice that. I know being a small player, some small players are very stocky and they're very strong as well, but it's very important that you learn how to make quick decisions. It's very important that you familiarize yourself with your environment on the pitch, know where you are on the pitch at all times, where everyone is on the pitch at all times. Because before the ball even comes to him, he's moved it. Before the ball even comes to him, he knows where he's going. So straight away, they'll be like, do you know what? I haven't seen any player lay a tackle on him because he's too quick up here. He's too quick. So it's very important, guys. Sharpen your brain, make decisions quicker, make sure your decision making is on point. And guys, being a smaller player, your fitness has to be on point, your endurance has to be on point. You understand? When I was coming up, my fitness was different, because I know that people are gonna look at me differently without me even kicking a ball. So anytime I had a chance to show how fit I was, I showed it. I was up and down that pitch for 90 minutes. You know, I was able to outlast everyone. And being smaller, you're carrying less weight around. So you need to make sure that you are outworking and outworking anyone on that pitch. And also, being a smaller player, make sure that you are outworking everybody in everything you do on that pitch. Make sure you're outworking everyone, because like I said again, people are looking down on you already, and people are writing you off before you even kick a ball. So make sure your work rate, make sure whatever you do, you're putting 110% into it, whether it's trying to head a ball, whether it's chasing a rubbish ball, whether it's chasing your defender, whatever it is. Make sure that your work rate is 100%. Make sure you're working harder, twice as hard even as anyone out there. Then you're definitely 100% going to stand out, and definitely going to be one of the best players on the pitch. You're definitely going to be one of the first players on that team sheet, because working hard it's a must. And the smaller you are, the harder you have to work. You have to bet it inside you that you need to get that work rate up. And once you earn the trust, once you earn that contract, if you want to slow down the work rate, or if you want to do other things or show your other qualities, but initially, as a smaller player, to gain the advantage, you need your work rate has to be up here, not down here, up here. Because the bigger players, they can get away with other things, because scouts and managers look at them and be like, yeah, he's physically, we can put him here, he'll be all right. But smaller players, they look at you and be like, well, he's gonna get pushed about, but if they see that you're relentless, your work rate, you're constantly chasing down people, you're constantly harrying people, you're constantly on like up and down that pitch, then they're gonna say, wow, what a player, we need a player like this, and you're gonna get signed up easily. And the last thing I want to talk about is your mental toughness. As a smaller player, as I had many times in my career, it was tough. You was looked down upon, you was written off before you even kicked the ball. Everyone's saying you're not going to be good enough. Everyone's saying you're too small. Look at the size of the defenders are going to eat you up. So you have to be so mentally tough. Don't let anyone distract you. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot make it because of your size. You know, you've got nothing to prove to anyone. Just prove it to yourself by implementing all the stuff I've said in this video. And trust me, you will not just make it as a professional footballer, you go all the way to the top, right? In my team, like I said, I battled but every team I played for, I've always been one of the best players on that pitch, because I'm mentally up here. I've been through a lot, and life has taught me to be mentally tough. And being a smaller player, you need to have the mentality and to not let anyone put you down, to not let anyone write you off, to keep pushing, to keep breaking boundaries. When people say no, you keep breaking, and work. Being a smaller player, it's not the worst thing in the world. It can be an advantage, and for me, I used it as my advantage. I had that mental toughness to work twice as hard as everyone else who's trying to make it. And you know what? That got me through. So guys, don't be deterred by your size. Being a smaller player, 100% you can make it as a professional, and it's all up here. It's all up to you, and it's all about using your attributes, and it's all about not looking at it as a disadvantage, looking at it as an advantage. So guys, once again, I hope this video really helps you and answers your question, and you go out there and you prove yourself right. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you keep subscribing, make sure you share it to anyone that needs to hear it, and make sure you like it, turn on that notification, because I'm going to start making a lot more of the video. And more, once again, let's continue the conversations in the comments. Leave whatever comments you have, leave whatever questions you want to ask me, and I'll make a video about it, or I'll try and get back to you. Make sure you add me on my socials: Instagram, Derek.Asamoah, and Facebook, exactly the same, Derek.Asamoah. Let's have add me up there, send me private messages, and I will try my best to get back to you. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.